Open me, open me, open me, open me. Me. No, 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 no. Bruh. How to get Animal Jump for Wild. So I'm also watching this. Credits to Emerald Pickaxe for showing how to get Roblox. But I'll be showing you how to get Animal Jump Play Wild. Play Wild. So I might do a Play Wild series. Well, don't read the comments because it could be some bad comments. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to go to the Play Store and Chromebook. And then you want to copy the link. You want to go to ABK Downloader. You want to paste the link here. Control C and I don't know how to copy and paste. Just if you know how to copy and paste, usually I do this. Just double click or 2-finger tap and then copy and then 2-finger tap paste. And yeah, let me download it. After you put the link, it should generate the app. And then it should say, oh, this is WildWorks Animal Jam Play Wild Play Store. It might show a picture. Not here for me. But now it's downloading. Oh, I already do have it downloaded, but I'm going to show you this way. There we go. Now, what you want to do is you also want to get Twerk, this app right here. And you might need Vine. I'm not sure. I don't know why you need Vine. The Emerald Pickaxe said you needed it for this. But what you want to do now is you want to search, well, you want to open Twerk 21 Pilots. Okay, and then I think and then you want to select the file. Yeah, downloads, and then you want to go to the one that says con. First, you want to open that. And then Animal Jam Play Wild, okay. And then I think you want to change this. I'm not sure. Hold on. Let me check something real quick. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to open Twerk. You want to find out the latest.
What's my favorite part of being an NFL player? being professional. It's like, you know, you made it to the top of the top. Other interests.
Hey guys, Wisteria here, and today I'm just going to be doing a little tutorial on how to make your own custom YouTube icon. And to see an example, here is mine. So basically what I'm going to be showing you how to do is to edit or create your own YouTube icon, because I know a lot of you don't have the proper tools or programs, and you know, some people just might not even like drawing. So, you know, if you need help with this, proper tools or programs, and you know, some people just might not even like drawing. So, you know, if you need help with this, I'm going to show you a really easy and effective way to do it now. So the first thing you're going to want to do is go into Google Images or whatever image searcher you use and type in YouTube icon template. Now, the reason you're going to do this is because we need a starting image, and yeah, it's pretty much the easiest way to go about this. So it doesn't really matter what image you use necessarily. The one thing that does matter though is the size. So you're going to want to look for any image that has an 800 by 800 resolution. How about this one? This one works pretty well. I have no idea what it is, but it doesn't really matter. This is what we can start with. So you're just going to drag this and save it to your desktop, or, you know, however you would save this image to your computer ordinarily, just go ahead and do that. So the next thing you're going to want to do is go to picmonkey.com. I will leave the link in the description. And now you just click on this edit button, and this will bring up your files. So I might have to blur out some of my file names, but yeah. Now we're just going to look for that image that we saved, and for me it's on my desktop, so I'm just going to click that and choose this file. And here we go. We have this perfect 800 by 800 pixel size, which will give you a very clear resolution for your YouTube icon. The next thing you're going to want to do is choose a background. Now, if you have an Animal Jam related channel like me, you're just going to search Animal Jam backgrounds, and you should come up with a really nice background to use for your icon. If you're not really interested in having an Animal Jam background, you could choose something else. A lot of cool backgrounds come up when you search Tumblr backgrounds. So I'm just going to show you a few examples now. So here we have this really pretty starry pattern, this here. You know, you can get a lot of really cool stuff, this awesome paper thing. But anyway, so the kind of background you use doesn't really matter. You can make it themed with your game or whatever you want. I'm just going to, for this video, use an Animal Jam background. So I have selected this as my background because it's in very high quality, and I also think it's really pretty. So what I'm going to do is just save this by dragging it onto my desktop. So the next thing you're going to want to do is go to this little butterfly tab that says Overlays. And this is how you're going to apply your background. So click on your own, and then your files should appear. Now you're going to find the image that you saved, click it, and press open. So now you have this little tab here that will allow you to edit your picture. First, I'm going to make it big enough so that it covers this whole entire background area and just have it zoomed to the appropriate length. So that looks pretty good. You can kind of mess with the coloring if you want by clicking this. So I might just adjust the color slightly, so give me a minute to do that. Okay, so for some reason I think it looks pretty good with this orangey tint, so I'm just going to close this out now that it's formatted the way I like it. And this step is very important. Make sure that you follow this. You're going to want to combine all image elements, and basically this just combines your background with this new overlaid background. And the reason you're going to want to do that is because now it works whenever you want to apply effects. So what you're going to want to do next is kind of have something popping up in your thumbnail. I mean, you could just do, theoretically, this plain background and the text on your icon, but you might want to have something a little bit more interesting, like, for example, a character. You have a wide variety of options for this. You could import a transparent drawing, and by transparent drawing, I mean something like this. So here we just so happen to have a transparent version of my Animal Jam character. If you want to draw your own character, you can easily go into an outside drawing program and just save your drawing as a transparent background so that you basically just have this animal, but there's no background that comes with it. So then when you apply it to an image like this, you get this background instead of a drawn one. If you're not too good with drawing, you could just use one of these transparent Animal Jam characters. So for this example, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So here we have a very nice high quality picture of Peck, one of the Animal Jam alphas, and I think that would look great as a YouTube icon, so I'm just going to take that. So now I'm going to go back to the Overlays tab and click on your own and then import my bunny picture. Here we have a similar tab to what we had before, so I'm just going to make Peck a lot bigger and adjust her to make it fit the way I want it to. Alright, so now I have her colorized, and you can do a little bit more to stylize this. Sometimes I like to kind of make a little like drop shadow effect. So basically I just like colorize this image a little bit more, and then you can right click and do send to back, and this will basically put it right behind. So you can kind of get this little drop shadow thing going. See how you have this little like colored version of Peck right behind? Yeah, it kind of just adds a cool little effect, and sometimes you can even do it multiple times. I might just add a little bit of a yellow tint and see how that looks. So I'm just going to speed up while I stylize this. So now that we kind of have this background here is a little bit distracting, so now is a really good time to go into the effects and play around with this. There are a lot of things that we can do to touch up this background and make it a little less distracting, but one of my favorite things to do is to blur it out. And a great way to blur this out is actually to use this little bokeh shapes effect, which is right here. So you can kind of play around with this. Under this little blur section, if you do glowy, you can get something like that. But if you do soften, you can just completely blur it out. And this makes it kind of focus on the stuff that you have in front rather than the back. And it really helps to make your front images pop. So I'm just going to adjust these effects quickly and then show you what I have. Alrighty, so I think that looks pretty good. So now that I'm looking at this color, I'm not really sure I like it too much. So I'm also going to try this effect called Frost. Now, this you can do a lot with. So I'm going to recolor this a little bit and sort of show you how I do it and fast forward through it. Alright, so now we have this kind of cool little blended effect. And now we can get into the next part, which is the text. Okay, so now that it's loaded, in this section there are a lot of great text effects you can use, but one of my favorites by far is this one, Luckiest Guy. And the reason why I like this text is because it's really big and noticeable, so it really helps to make it stand out when you're doing your icon. So, since my channel name is Wisteria Moon AJ, that is what I'm going to type. Alright guys, so I definitely made a lot of changes to this little icon, and I guess the reason why is because as soon as I typed in the text, I just realized that it wasn't really going to fit in. So I kind of had to make some adjustments, and hopefully you guys caught on with what I was doing. But anyway, now I will show you how to adjust your text to make it look pretty nice. So first, what you're going to want to do is highlight your text and use this little box to recolor it. So now I'm basically going to do the same thing that I did with this layer, and I'm going to duplicate each little piece of text, recolor it, and then send it to the back, and then kind of layer it over to make a little drop shadow effect like this. See that, guys? That's kind of what I'm going for. So let me just do that really quickly. First, I'm going to adjust this color, then right click and do send to back, and you won't notice it until you let go. So before you let go, make sure you just drag this over so that the text is just slightly behind, and then when you click off, it'll be right behind. Okay, so in my opinion, this looks pretty good. We've got our character here, our text here, and everything is looking pretty spiffy. But there are a couple more things to do to make this pop. In this overlays tab, you can add like some underlines and maybe some doodles and stuff, but I have something particular in mind that I want to do. So first, I'm going to look for this little butterflies page, and there's this really cute little butterflies overlay that they have, and I'm just going to enlarge this and send it to the back. So now it'll kind of appear right behind the text, but I think it just adds something. There's a little bit of blank space back here, and this just kind of makes it pop a little bit more. So right now, I'm just going to take a moment to stylize this and find a good color. Okay, so I think that looks pretty decent. For those of you who don't know what I did, I changed the blend mode, which kind of gives you like a different transparency to it. And I used the blend mode add, and I also faded it out a little bit, which means I made it blend in with the background a little bit more. So yeah, it looks a little bit different from this color, but it's no big deal. I think that looks nice because it looks noticeable but sort of subtle. And yeah, I really like how that came out. So now the one last thing I'm going to do is add this little sparkle overlay. What you have to do here is, oops, I accidentally lost my overlay. Okay, so what you need to do here is just take this, make it bigger. So I'm just going to do that. And now you kind of have this nice little sparkle effect over your whole picture, which I think makes it look really pretty and nice. But it does look a little bit bright, so I'm gonna maybe fade it out a little bit. I don't know, I might send it to the back just so that it doesn't distract from the character and such. So 1 second. All right, so I think that is looking pretty decent. I mean, it's not the best icon at this moment because I didn't spend too much time on it, and this is kind of an off-the-cuff example.
Go to Wix.com and create your stunning website. Let's take a look at mine. There are hundreds of beautiful templates to choose from, and every part is completely customizable. I'm professional, and my website should be too. I just need to pick the right image. Okay, that's perfect. Wix Video is an awesome way to showcase your work. It's perfect for my reel. I need that feeling of newness. I do. As an actor, getting noticed is a big part of the job. With Wix SEO tools, most users rank on Google's first.
Hey, I'm alright. Next time you turn my TV, put it back.
I turned the TV on.
Yesterday you did.
Yep. Hey guys, Cubes. Today I'm going to be showing you all how to make an Animal Jam intro with KineMaster. So let's create a project assignment. So basically, you just name it. So I'm just going to name this intro. And basically what you do is that you... Intro with KineMaster. So let's create a project assignment. So basically... Oof.